So in the Philippines, it's very common to have typhoons. And a lot of times it's only just will text us and be like, there's a typhoon. Like, if it rains really hard, stay inside or work close to your apartment. And so we kind of heard about this typhoon that was coming, and we were like, okay, yeah. We didn't really think much of it because it always does that, and then it just rains really hard, but everything's fine. But it ended up being this huge typhoon, and it was a level 5, which normally they're like, that probably doesn't really mean anything to anyone, but usually they're like level 2 or level 1, and that's pretty hard rain. But it was a level 5, and so it was said on the news that it was the biggest storm to ever hit the planet, and so it was really big. And we were in our apartment when it happened, but most of the people, they gathered in churches, whether it was the LDS church or their own churches. Like, most people evacuated, which is good because literally everything got destroyed. I just remember walking outside after the typhoon, and I mean, during it, our roof in our apartment flew off, and it wasn't bad. Like, we weren't swimming in water, but it was flooding, and but that wasn't like the scary part. The scary part was like looking outside and just seeing things flying, like coconuts and houses, and just seeing everything just like flying, and thinking like, I just remember picturing the roads that I walked down and like the people's houses I go in, and like I just knew that that was that flying, you know. And so we walked outside after the typhoon, and literally every single tree was uprooted, and it was just flat and brown, which it's usually very green. And people were displaced with the missionaries. It was a huge miracle. The typhoon was a huge trial, but there were so many miracles that it ended up being an amazing experience. But there was 204 of us missionaries, and every single one of us was safe. There's other stories of missionaries that were in worse areas, and just miracle after miracle of how we were all able to survive. But we were all pulled out and moved to different missions for a couple months, or a month, I think, was when like the next person came back. It was interesting because after, when we came back, I mean, a lot of people's hearts were softened, but there was also, on the other end, people's hearts who had been hardened. But I think in a way it opened up missionary work in our mission. Not only for the people, but I think it was a really good experience for the missionaries as we went to different missions. I feel like going into a new mission, there's only like 8 of you that would go into this mission, and you kind of like have something to prove, kind of like you don't want to go into this mission and not, you know, like you're like, I'm a Tuck Global missionary, like I'm a great missionary, and so you want to go into that mission and show like what you've learned in your mission, not like showing off, but like you just want to, I don't know, be a good missionary and like represent your mission. And so I feel like it was really good for the missionaries because we all went to these missions, and I feel like we all grew up kind of, and we all like learned what real missionary work is. And I think also we appreciated the missionary work more, and then we all had great mission presidents, and we learned great things. We're able to come back, and they're still like building things and rebuilding things from the typhoon, but everything worked out. Everything was fine. I mean, there was a lot of tragedy and a lot of trauma, but yeah, everything like is pretty much after we went back, after like when I was leaving the mission, everything was pretty much up and running, and so